Good morning, my friends. I hope you are all doing good. Today we are together again. This time we will talk about something different. As you remember, last week we talked about suggestions and we learned the idiom of the week, feel under the weather. Do you remember what's feel under the weather? I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I think I'm getting cold. So, as you can understand from here, if someone is or feels under the weather, they feel ill. So, feeling under the weather means feeling yourself ill. Good. Look. There's a dialogue between Doctor and Anita. We listened it in our last lesson, as you remember. So, Anita feels under the weather. Anita feels under the weather. Good. So, as you remember, last week we talked about giving advice. How do we give advice? Yes, we give advice with should or shouldn't. So, usually doctors give advice to us using should and shouldn't. Now, look at the sentences below. Listen to the dialogue again. Which of them are doctor's advice for Anita? Let's listen it one more time and remember.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Good afternoon. What's wrong with you?
I've had a sore throat and a fever for 3 days, and today I haven't gone to school.
What are the other symptoms?
I really feel under the weather. My throat is so dry and I can't stop coughing.
All right. Take a seat. I'll have a look at you. Open your mouth wide. Say ah.
Ah.
There's nothing to worry about. You've got a cold. You should stay in bed for a couple of days and you shouldn't go to school. I'll prescribe you some tablets and syrup for your cough. You had better take lots of liquid and vitamin C.
No antibiotics?
No, there's no need. Come back next week if you don't feel better.
Okay then. So, which of these sentences did you hear? Which of these advice are doctor's advice for Anita? For example, you shouldn't go to school. Did you hear this? So, it's an advice. If someone says to you shouldn't go to school, it's good for you not to go to school. So, yes, the doctor said it. You should eat chicken soup. Did the doctor say it? No. Good. Look, this time there is head batter. You remember what's head batter? Head batter is also an advice. But this is more likely to your mother's advice. As you know, mothers sometimes give advice. It's a suggestion, it looks like an advice, but if you don't do it, there are some possible bad results. So it's your mother's advice. So if you don't do this, there is something bad in your life. It gives that message. So you had better take lots of liquid. Did you hear this? Yes, the doctor said it. So it means that if you don't take lots of liquids, you cannot get well easily. And did you hear you should stay in bed? Yes, it's also an advice from the doctor. So you should use antibiotic twice a day. As far as I remember, the doctor didn't prescribe any antibiotics. So yes, the doctor didn't advise. So you had better not drink cold drinks. No, the doctor also didn't say this. Look, should, the negative form of should is shouldn't. Should, it's for positive advice, and shouldn't for negative advice. Had better, the negative form of had better is had better not. Okay then. Let's study some vocabulary. what's this? What's this problem? Look. There's a problem on his back. So it's backache. What about this? Yes, we use it when we have a sprained ankle. So it's ice pack. It's full of ice. So the cold chews you. Look, what's it? Yes, you usually use it in your daily life if there is a wound. So you use a plaster.
Acne.
Yes, that's your problem also. Most of the peoples at your ages have acne on their faces. So it's normal. This is acne. Good. You remember what's fever? Yes, temperature. Look, she's ill. The guy asks, what's wrong with you? Problem? I have had a fever for 2 hours. I've had a fever, so it means that I have had a temperature. You remember have verb 3? Yes, it's present perfect tense. With present perfect tense, we can also use for plus the length of time for 2 hours. What should I do? Like it's asking for an advice, for a suggestion, and the guy suggests, gives advice. You should, look with should, drink lots of liquid like water, tea, milk, maybe whatever it is, lots of liquid. So problems and advice. Have a backache. Sprain my ankle. Ankle, it's under your knee. It's under your knee, between your knee and foot. The part between your knee and foot. Have a fever? Yes, we talked about fever, temperature. Cut my finger, you also know it. Now let's check the advices. So drink lots of liquid. You know what's liquid? Liquid is like tea, water, maybe Coca-Cola. Yes, just drink liquid. Put an ice pack. So ice pack, we know ice pack, it's a bag which is full of ice. So it gives cold. It makes the area cold, so it chews it. Put a plaster on it or see a doctor. So, what's the matter? I have since morning. Since morning. Okay. So what can it be? Since morning. So after since, we also use since with present perfect tense. After since, we use the starting point of the time. Since morning. What can I have since morning? I have had a backache, sprained my ankle, have a fever. Yes, what's this? I've had a backache. I've had a backache, so what should I do? You should, what? If you have a backache, drink lots of liquid, put an ice pack, put a plaster, see a doctor. What can it be? Yes, you should see a doctor. So, what's the matter? What's the matter? Yes, this time sprained my ankle. I have cut my finger. It says cut my finger, so I've cut my finger. Look, after have we use verb 3. You see it? We use verb 3. Cut, yes, cut. So the 3 forms are same. So past participle of cut is also cut. What should I do? It's asking for an advice. You should, what? If you cut your finger, What should you do? Put an ice pack, put a plaster, see a doctor, things like. Yes, you're right. You should put a plaster on it, so it stops the bleeding. Are you okay? Look at the picture. Are you okay? What's this problem? Yes. What did he do? I've sprained my ankle. Look, here is the ankle. Here is the ankle. So, what should I do? You should, if you sprained your ankle, you should put an ice pack on it. Very good. So this time we are going to talk about health problems of teenagers. What are the health problems of teenagers? Yes. Allergies? Yes, sometimes they have. Dental problems? Yes, most probably they face with this problem. And what else? What else? Yes, you're right. Acne problems. Sometimes. Yes, what else? Okay, the most common one is acne problem. And sometimes they have emotional problems as they are teenagers. This is the most common one also. Okay, so who do you ask for advice when you have a health problem? For example, you have a problem with your body. Maybe you have acne. So who do you ask for advice when you have a health problem? Okay. Yes, we usually ask it to our parents. Sometimes we ask it to our friends. But sometimes people also write to the newspapers. You know, under newspapers there are columns. There are health columns which give advice to most of the people. So, have you ever written to a health column to get advice? Have you ever written? Ever. So in your lifetime, from starting of your life till now, have you ever written to a health column to get advice? In fact, I haven't done it in my life. Maybe you have done it. Okay. Read the two letters by two teenagers. I am a 15-year-old male. What's male? Yes, man, boy. So I have a terrible skin. Terrible means very bad. Okay. So I have had acne on my face for 2 years and it's really annoying. Annoying is that doesn't make you feel comfortable. The thing doesn't make you feel comfortable. So, people say, I'm not bad looking, but I'm always checking myself in the mirror. I feel uncomfortable. So, opposite of comfortable. So, when people come up close to me, my acne is destroying my confidence. So he feels very bad. I have tried many creams, gels, face washes, but none of them seem to work. They just dry out my skin. My acne is killing me. What do you think I should do, Will? Okay, I'm writing because I need your advice about my problem. I am 16 and I'm overweight. So overweight means the person who is not thin. He's very fat. The person who is fat, especially very fat. I feel like everyone is looking at me. I've got extremely low self-esteem. I prefer staying at home. Most of the time I haven't done shopping for clothes for ages because nothing looks good because of schoolwork. Nothing looks good on me. I'm a member of a fitness club, but I haven't been there for 2 months. I have no time because of schoolwork. What's more, I eat a lot, especially fried food and chocolate. I know they are unhealthy, but I can't stop eating. What should I do? Okay, my friends. What are they about? What are these 2 letters about? Yes, they're about 2 teenagers write to the health column to get some advice about their health problems. Now, your mission is reading, your homework is reading these 2 letters again and finding the meanings of unknown vocabulary, and then you will give advice. And you will also answer these questions about this text. Okay? So, that's all for today. As you know, this week, today, our online classes are starting with English. So, don't miss them. See you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.